Hello everybody, SeaSlug here, and I got myself a Passerby battle, which is not really the most competitive battle, I would say. It's kind of just, back and forth in terms of, sides losing Pokemon, but I'm leading off with Tornadoes, he's leading off with the Typhlosion. Kind of wasn't really expecting him to lead with Typhlosion, but, since he led with him, it's going to get out of here, go into my Assault Beast Gudra to take that Eruption. Now he's gonna switch out because he's locked into it. Can't really do much to my Gudra, so he's just gonna go out into this Ferrothorn, which it's gonna take a Dragon Pulse pretty well. And then right here, I was kind of thinking that maybe he would want to go for a Protect Scout out if this Gudra has a Fire Blast or not. But nope, he just sets up the rocks, and I should have just gone for Fire Blast, but oh well. He got the rocks up. It's not really that big of a deal. My Tornadoes does, get kind of damaged by that, but it's not really gonna matter. Anyway, I just take out the Ferrothorn with the Fire Blast. He brings out the Feraligatr now as I go for a Thunderbolt, hoping that I can, kill this thing maybe, but nope, he just like barely lives. Sets up a Dragon Dance, which could be problematic, except for the fact that he's more than likely gonna have to hit me with a physical move, activating my GUI and bringing down the speed to just neutral. And since he's not choice or anything like that, I could just bring out my Superior, go for a Leaf Storm, and just like outspeed him and all that. This Superior is actually hacked. It has Contrary, which is illegal and shouldn't even be, like, you shouldn't even be able to get this thing into X and Y, but like Nintendo they just really fucked up with their the Pokebank security system, which is really stupid when you think about it. Listening to all those stories about Nintendo deleting your save files, like, get out of here, Nintendo, like, seriously. Anyway, just gonna bring out my Samurott now. It's gonna take that Eruption, gonna get my Citrus Berry up, and I'm an idiot, and I should have gone for a, I should have gone for an Aqua Jet, gotten some damage on this Typhlosion, weakening its eruptions to the point where, my Mollywop would have been able to take that, but no, I just think I just went for a Waterfall, thinking that I'd be able to take an Eruption from that amount of health, which, I didn't, but gonna send in my Waddles now, go for that priority Sucker Punch as he kind of just switches out into his Conkeldurr. I kind of don't really have anything for this thing. I was thinking that not even my Tornadoes would be able to take it on, because I highly doubt that a Hurricane would be able to, knock it out, since, usually they run Assault Beast, and, Assault Beast Conkeldurrs are, able to take some pretty savage hits. So I thought that, maybe I could just send in my Skarmory first and, get some damage off on this thing with the Braver, but it's kind of just setting up on me, and at the end, it's just gonna get all of its HP back with a Drain Punch. However, he doesn't actually have an Assault Beast. I didn't really notice this until my Skarmory went down, but he has leftovers, not Assault Beast, so my Tornadoes can definitely come in and just knock this thing out with a Hurricane, as it knocks out my Skarmory with a crit. But yeah, it looks like my Tornadoes is just gonna be able to sweep through the rest of his team. I don't know if it's, or actually never mind, he still has that Typhlosion with, the Choice Scarf, so my Tornadoes is probably gonna end up, dying to that, but, it is gonna knock out the Conkeldurr. He does have a Typhlosion, and he also has that Sceptile that he hasn't even, sent out yet. Anyway, Typhlosion comes in, it's at full HP, I don't want to stay in, I'm just going to send out my Superior as pretty much Death Fodder, so that I can get my Waddles in safely, and then, kind of just go from there. Just takes out the Superior, kind of had to, let that happen. Gonna send in my Waddles now, and it's at this point where I'm trying to decide what do I want to go for, Sucker Punch, Earthquake, Superpower, something like that, where I noticed that he actually still has a Tentacruel left, so I kind of actually forgot about this thing. But, it doesn't really matter, just, Tentacruel is the most likely thing that he's gonna send in, so, just go for an Earthquake. I'm locked into it now. He's gonna send in Typhlosion. It's gonna go for he's gonna lock himself into the Extra Sensory, knocking off my Typhlosion. I really wasn't expecting the Extra Sensory. I was honestly expecting an Eruption, but nope, he just goes for that. However, that does mean that I am going to be able to go for a Hurricane. I do get a crit there. I don't really think that matters because, you know, I am still going to have to take this thing out in 2 hits. However, it does kind of reduce some of the risk of me having to hit 2 Hurricanes to, you know, take it out. Because, you know, I'm just able to go for a Heat Wave and knock that thing out. But just go for a Heat Wave on the Sceptile, outspeed it, knock it out in 1 hit, and that is going to be good game. My Typhlosion, or not my Typhlosion, but my Tornadus right there hanging on with just a bit of HP. After, you know, I wasn't able to take out that Typhlosion, so it was kind of a close game. Like, again, not really that competitive. Like, it doesn't really feel that competitive, but it was still a fun game that I had versus a, you know, random passerby. Anyway, what's it called? I'm planning on uploading a lot of BGC stuff, mainly some live battle spot with the or, you know, in the special section where, you know, where you know, you play by the BGC rules, you know, like Carlos, Pokemon, native only, and all that stuff. I've played there quite a bit since, you know, now I have a team, and I have to say that is definitely the place to, you know, go. Like pretty much every battle you find there is, you know, just fun. Like, the person you play, you know, they know what they're doing, and, you know, they definitely give you a challenge. And I definitely encourage you guys to get into BGCs because, I mean, one, you can, you know, go to live tournaments, which are pretty fun, and second, you guys can easily find a BGC battle on your 3DS. Since, you know, it's Game Freak's, like, official metagame, so, you know, they obviously support it on their online thing, and it's honestly pretty fun, you know, just going on the battle spot and, you know, getting a couple really good BGC matches. I really wish they would have some kind of Smogon thing in the, you know, the battle spot. That would be freaking awesome. Since, you know, there's no, like, Smogon Wi-Fi battle finder, so, you know, there's no real way to find, you know, some 6 versus 6 battles. So yeah, that's honestly what we need. Battle spot, BGC, pretty fun. Looking forward to, you know, going to some more like live events and, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, I encourage you guys to, you know, get into it, give it a shot. You know, it might seem kind of intimidating having to, you know, make teams a different way, but, you know, just like go on YouTube and, you know, like watch battles of a BGC and stuff like that, and, you know, you'll be able to, you know, come up with a team and stuff. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, later folks.